I hadn't realized how much I'd tied him to my future until that moment. Maybe it was how desperate I'd been to not be single anymore, to forget all of the relationships of the past that sucked. The ache in my heart was excruciating, every bit of my energy drained. His green eyes met mine. "This isn't what you think." I could feel the 80 eyeballs in the room boring into the back of my head as he reached out and took my hand in his. The feel of his touch made something explode inside of me. The hand he'd just been using to feel up a questionable woman he may have found on the street was on my arm, and before I knew what was happening, I'd punched him in the kisser, his dirty, dirty kisser. As he stumbled back, I kicked him in the balls, and he fell to the floor with a thunderous thud. Zoe broke free of the men holding her and threw her arms in the air. "Yes!" She snatched my hand while I looked down at Steve, rocking from side to side on the floor. Zoe grabbed the birthday cake from the table, handed it to me before she grabbed a bowl of melon balls, and we walked towards the door. She screeched to a halt and looked down at Steve. "Looks like you've got some blood on your teeth, Steve. Stay away from my sister or you will be the strange smell coming from my attic." 10 minutes later, I sat on the curb, ruining my new gown, watching Zoe smear the cake on Steve's windshield. Around the corner was Cahill Avenue, a picturesque street lined with adorable shops and restaurants, the sound of laughter ringing out in the distance. Everyone down the street seemed to be having a great night while I sat on the curb with a wedgie and the fleeting thought that I almost chose not to wear panties under this dress. Seems I made the wrong choice. Zoe skipped over and pulled me up with her cakey hands. "Your turn." She grabbed the bowl of melon balls and threw one at the car. "Zoe, this is stupid." She set the bowl on the curb before passionately grabbing a handful of the balls and placing them in my hand. "Go." My eyes did a quick scan of the street before throwing one languidly at the car. It did feel kind of amazing. I threw one and then another, the strength in each pitch growing, and before I knew it, Zoe and I were cheering each other on as we melon-balled the car. It was exactly what I needed. Well, until we saw the cop car heading in our direction with its siren blaring.